Hi guys, and welcome to Kmc Gaming, and this is a how-to video, and it's not AlphaCraft, no. It is related to AlphaCraft in certain ways. It's, you know, how I decorate the area. So I wanted to show you, basically, while we're chatting away, you can watch me decorate the area with the Replaymod. So first off, what I'm doing just now is I'm just putting paths and fences in. This is why I always do that. I set up some trees there next to a house, which is on top of a big hill, which is actually a terraformed hill that I've made. And what I'm doing is I'm setting up the scene. I like to put in, you know, aesthetics, kind of like just things that are going to look nice. So what we're doing is we're putting paths in, we're going to put in a bit of leaf block, I'm going to put in a log storage area, which I'll show you how to do. I'm not going to do too much for part one, because this is just part one, and in the second one we're going to do a bit more building, more detailed, and the reason why is I'm going to show you what's underneath this terraformed hill. Now, people have liked the decoration style that I do in the AlphaCraft series, so what I've done is I have something underneath here that I'd like to show you, because this is my stone and brick project. As you can see, there's some glass there, and what I am going to do is do a little bit of decorative work so you can just see me doing it, making it, so you can get ideas, get the feel for it, and then I'm going to take you down underneath, because yes, this is a lot deeper than it looks. And I'm actually going to be terraforming the whole top section of this. Me and you are going to be doing this in part 2 and part 3. Everything you see will be getting decorated over on the green, because it's, like I say, it's going to be in the stone and brick project anyway, which you should check that playlist out, which that's one's popping up right now. Just check that out. You can see all different things being built in the stone and brick project right now. There is big buildings being done, and there's little tours around, so you can have a proper look. Now, all I'm doing right now is I'm layering up, giving it a bit of texture. And then I'll add leaf bark and a little bit of vines, which a lot of people wonder why I use. I love the vines, but obviously in default, they don't look very good. Hence why I'm using this pack I'm using here. And I'll explain that in a second. Right, the pack I'm using is default. You know, it is default. Everything is still the default texture. The difference is everything has been smoothed, if you get my meaning. So none of the rough feelings. So when you look at the vines, there is no rough looking in the vines, the cobblestone, the leaf blocks, things like that, things that normally give a rough edge, there isn't. So up now, there is another info block coming up, suggested video that states that why I use Faithful. And that's what it is exactly. You are not changing the actual textures, you're just smoothing them off. And that'll explain it more often, into more detail. But right now, we're going to keep on decorating this. Now what I'm doing is I'm just putting some, I'm changing up all the flooring area. Because I'm in 1.12, certain blocks are not going to be there. I would normally, in 1.13, it'd be a lot more decorative. I'd probably have aquariums coming out everywhere and all sorts. But since it's in 1.12 and Replaymod only works in 1.12 maximum at the moment, here we are. But luckily enough, I have my stone and brick project in there. So there is just a basic house up here. I've put some basic forest in, and now we're putting in this nice little decorative sort of log storage. You know, it's just there for decoration. It's not for any purpose. I mean, you could dig underneath and put a storage room underneath or something, you know. But it's just there for decoration. Now, for another decorative piece, I'm going to do a big tree. And the way I make these trees is I'm just using a cube format. So I'm going up by 2s. Well, on the first one I did a 3, and then did some extra blocks all the way around. Then it's a 2, then a 2, and then a 2 again. Then I start doing branches, and the branches are just diagonal up and down, you know, kind of like so. Very easy. And then what I'll do is I'll just put in some leaf block, cover all of those diagonal blocks, and that is it. And then I'm going to put in another 2 level of blocks, cube form, in the middle again, and then I'm just going to repeat the same function that I'm doing right now to make the tree. And then you get your bushy effect with the tree, and then you can bring down sort of branches which I use leaf block and put some vines on it again because it's in the Faithful. It looks nice, and that's why I like using the vines. I just like the way they look, to be honest. Right, so we are getting somewhere with a tree. It's nicely built up, and like I say, it's just a cube format. It's dead easy, and you do it on a diagonal and on the edge. So you can do it on a diagonal edge, and then you can do it like 2 by 2 and cube it up, and then you get the effect, and it'll look nice. Kind of like what I usually do with the trees as well. I put a little bit of fencing on, a little bit of leaf block, here and there, just random, and then I'll put in some leaf block into the ground, which I'll put some light under a couple of them, but I'm going to put some light sticking out of this tree, which I'll show you in a second. We'll get to that, but yeah, it's looking good. I like it. Yeah. Right, so right now I'm going to put some extra fence, and this is what I always do. I always like to lead a path. I find it important to put in a path so that if you do go around someone's area, if you just stick to the path and run around it, you can usually get away from most mobs. Otherwise, you're running into all sorts of stuff, and you end up getting stuff blown up, which I've had happen so much. So I usually just put paths in everywhere, and I usually just tell people, if you stick by the paths, you'll be okay. Because if there's something coming, run the other way. It's as simple as that, kind of like. And if you do have things coming from both ways, I usually have lots of stuff in the area that people can get up and above and on top of anyway. So kind of like that. This is why I like to do this kind of decoration. I like it. It gives it an aesthetic. Wrong word, rustic. I'm definitely what you'd class as a rustic or medieval builder. I like that kind of style. I've done modern. Don't get me wrong. I've got some really old videos on my channel. If you dig, I'm not going to put up an info for it. But I did the Trump Tower. In fact, no, wait there now. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. There's a video popping up right now. Excuse the quality. It's back in 1.10, and it's not I didn't have very good gear back then for recording. So yeah, check that out. And that was the Trump Tower. I never finished it. And that was on another server that I used to be a staff member of. I used to be a moderator there, called Vanillaverse. And that was quite a cool town. There was a lot of us actually building that, and we got quite far. We got quite far with that. But as you can see right now, I've put some lamps in coming off the tree, which gives a nice light effect detail, and the shadows look really nice as well in this texture pack. Yeah, gives off a nice effect, and this is why I do this kind of stuff, really. But anyway, I think it's time we move on. Right, I'm going to take a little walk around here with you and show you what we've done. So I haven't decorated all this area. I just want to show you without all the leaf block and the vines and everything, so you can just get a general idea. It looks fine like this. I mean, I'll put a little bit more detail in, but I won't put much more in. I'll put some vines in around here on the leaf block and stuff like that, but that's about it really. And you've got the path going down and around, and then you come up and round here, and you're at the front of your storage area. And then you can have more pathways going off to other sections, maybe a little garden feature, going around the tree and up and around. Well, I'll tell you what, in part 2 we'll do something like that. I'll put in a wee sort of pool area somehow, and a little garden feature around in this area. And yeah, it'll look really nice. But this is all I wanted to get. I wanted to just really talk about what the kind of things I do right now. But right now I want to show you a little bit more about the kind of things I'm going to show you how to build in part 2 and part 3. We're going to go down here. Right, so I am walking along with you, and as you can see, there's a big tunnel going all the way up. Let's not take too much time, Kenny. Let's go. Yeah, this is the fake part, by the way. If people, because I am going to eventually make this a download, this whole map area that I'm making, and if people walk into here, they'll go, okay, and then they'll come up here, and it'll be like, yeah, okay, nice, it looks okay, and then there's a nice big open area you can see there, right in front of you, which has some pool areas. Now, this is a great way to add effect. If you have a look, I have 2 different levels of pool areas. Now, on 1.13 I'd have fish and kelp and all sorts, and coral and whatever, but And I've made it a nice wee pathway, and up above as well, everything is layered with leaf block and cobblestone, and it layers up, so it gives a really nice effect as well. And yeah, I don't know what you think about this. This is like an underground garden. You know, I like doing underground gardens. They look really nice. But this, if you think this is a nice underground garden, I mean, this is nothing. This is, yet again, this is just to kind of put people off and to have a proper look and look for the smallest entrance, which would be this one. Then you're going to have a surprise. Are you ready? Here we go. Now this is my ultimate underground garden. Literally. Let's take a little wander. I'm still working on this inside here. There's a lot of stuff. There's a market in here. There's a sheriff's office in here. Who's holding prisoners right now because there's a lot of villager thieves in this area. Yes. But yeah, I've done a lot of like sort of garden features in this place. This has been decorated quite a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to show you all these different kind of lamp structures. I'm going to show you how to build them. I'm going to show you how to build the garden features where they're levitated up and you can have like garden stuff on top and make it look pretty. You know, I'm going to show you how to do all of them in part 2 and part 3. But yeah, this is like one of these little features here. Like with a garden walk. Those villages, honestly, they're not like this thing here is something you can go up. I'll take you around actually. Here is a little shop area. This is for tools. In fact, no, what we'll do is we're going to go up to the sheriff's office. We'll go up to the sheriff, yeah. Oh, missed the path right now. Little stairs going up here. And this leads you up to the holding cells. Here. And then secondary holding cells in here, as you can see. And here is Sheriff. I've not named him yet, I don't know what to call him. And down here is more of the garden feature, because it is a very big under garden area. It took quite a bit to do actually. And I'm doing this all by hand, no world edit, no nothing like that. Every block is placed by hand, so yeah. It took a while, but what I've done is I've kind of separated it all, can put bridges in, so you've got like a little garden feature over there. I have another garden feature over near the market. Let's go up here a second. So you can see. So you can just a wee seating area. It looks nice. I mean, it's great to decorate. If you're willing to put in the time, it's always nice to put in all of these kind of little features. They add character to your builds, totally. I mean, as you can see again, everything is layered on the roof with leaf block and cobblestone to give that effect. Walk through here. This is like sort of like the gardener's house sort of thing. The person that's looking after this place, i.e. me. Another little garden area you can sit and look. I mean, I've not lit all this up the way I want either. It's quite dark and mysterious right now, you know. I haven't finished the house yet either, but there is more to this place than meets the eye. I mean, there is some really bad villages, and those really bad villages have to go somewhere not seen. They have to be taken off the grid per se. So let's take a walk down into here, and down here is the pit. Let's have a quick look in the pit. I think the sheriff might have a couple of prisoners in there. Let's have a look. Yep. These guys are in trouble. Oh yeah. These guys are not getting out ever. These guys are stuck here forever. I pity them, I really do. But yeah, this is the pit. Just another little idea. Again, just decoration. You know, always with the decoration. So in part 2 and part 3, I'm going to show you how to build different things. Maybe I could show you how to do one of these pit things, maybe. But a lot of the stuff I'm going to show you how to build over the top is going to be like a lot of the stuff you see around here. Oh, and yeah, the place where you're walking up, this is the inside. Totally laid it up completely differently, and I'm going to do stuff with it. And yeah, like I say, the Stone and Brick project, this is another big thing that I've been doing over time, but I have been putting a lot of time in AlphaCraft lately, but I will get to this as well. Yeah, what we'll do is we shall move on, shall we? Because I hope you enjoyed the little tour around here. Alright, so you've got a little bit of a look of my underground garden of the Stone and Brick project, which I've not shown anybody yet. But yes, I have done a lot of work here. Oh yeah, a lot of work. And I plan to do a lot more. You know, kind of like this in my Alpha Craft series is my main thing right now. Kind of like I enjoy this. So make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.